It was a night like any other. I had finished work late and was driving back home through the countryside. The wind was howling outside, and the rain was coming down in sheets, making it difficult to see the road. Suddenly, my car hit a pothole, and I lost control of the vehicle. I ended up crashing into a ditch on the side of the road, and my car came to a sudden stop. I tried to start the car, but it wouldn't budge. I was stranded in the middle of nowhere, with no phone signal and no one to help me. I decided to wait until the storm passed, but as I sat in my car, I started to feel a sense of unease. It was as if someone was watching me from the darkness outside. I tried to shake off the feeling, but it only intensified as time passed. Finally, the storm started to clear, and I decided to get out of the car and look for help. As soon as I stepped out of the car, I saw a figure in the distance. It was a tall, shadowy figure that seemed to be getting closer and closer. I tried to run back to my car, but I stumbled and fell. The figure was now right in front of me, and I could see that it was a woman with long, tangled hair and a tattered dress. She started to speak, but her words were muffled and unintelligible. I tried to back away, but she grabbed my arm and pulled me closer. I could see her face now, and it was twisted with anger and pain. She spoke again, and this time, I could understand her words. "You shouldn't have come here," she said. "This is where I died." I tried to pull away, but she held on tight. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my chest, and everything went black. When I woke up, I was back in my car, and the storm had passed. At first, I thought it was just a nightmare, but then I noticed a long, thin scar on my chest. It was as if someone had stabbed me with a knife. I drove away from there as fast as I could, never looking back. But I could feel her presence still haunting me, even as I drove away. It was as if she had attached herself to me, and I would never be able to shake her off. Over the next few weeks, strange things began to happen to me. I would wake up in the middle of the night, feeling as if someone was watching me. I would hear strange noises coming from outside my house, and sometimes I would see shadows moving across the walls. At first, I tried to ignore it, but the more I tried to ignore it, the worse it got. I started to lose sleep, and I became paranoid and anxious. I even began to see the woman's face in my dreams. Finally, I decided to do something about it. I went to see a psychic who claimed to be able to help me. She told me that the woman I had seen on the road was a ghost who had died in a car accident years ago. She said that the woman's spirit was trapped on the road and that she was trying to reach out to me for help. The psychic gave me some advice on how to deal with the spirit, and I followed her instructions. Over time, the haunting stopped, and I was able to get my life back to normal. But even to this day, I can still remember that night on the deserted road. I can still feel the woman's presence, even though she is long gone. It was a haunting experience that I will never